Hey, creative friends. I'm just doing a test to see how this works. So I'm just going to hang out here and see if anybody joins me. Oh my gosh, I look terrible. I'm actually cleaning my craft room and doing some other things. But I'm just going to sit here and putter around and wait and see if anybody joins me. We'll see. Anyway, I have to clean my craft room up. I have so much stuff that I'm doing. But it's fun. I'm actually about ready to make something on my little Cricut machine for my neighbor Vi. So I thought, I start to do my crafty thing, and then let me see if I can see where I want to see all the messages are visible. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm trying to get where I can see the comments real quick. If you can hear me. Hello, everyone. Not all that top chat. Okay, live messages. I want to see the live messages here. Remember, okay. Perfect. All right, if you guys want to say hi and tell me where you're from, that would be awesome. That way I would know. I think this is cool. So Florida, hey, I'm sitting here thinking I've mentioned a few times that I would try to do a live. And now I'm going to try to fix my lighting isn't the greatest because it's like spur of the moment. But I was cleaning my craft room and thought this would be fun. This is my paper crafting area. But right now I am making a little thing for my neighbor Vi because she got one of those electric robot vacuums. She named it Lisa after her daughter. And she asked me if I would make a label. So I'm going to do that on my Cricut, which is kind of cool. So if you say anything, just pop up. I want to see. I can't do. Okay. This is my first live. I'm so excited. Okay. So I'm going to do it with this. I'm going to do this awesome metallic pink. I'm going to make her a little thing that says Lisa with a picture of a vacuum for her, that's not the way I want to do it. I don't even know. I got to figure this out. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to attach those. Perfect. Now I can make it. So, Florida, where else are you guys from? Waiting. Want to know where you're from. It's kind of cool. Why is the project incompatible? I don't know why my project is incompatible all of a sudden. Maybe I'll make it that way. So, how many I'm just curious. I'm excited that you guys have popped on to hang out. I just thought this would be a fun thing to do, to say hi, check in. So let me know. And if you guys have any questions, like fun stuff, let me see. Hello from Florida. Am I the only one in the house? I think so, Charlene. Is it Charlene? Carlene. Oh, hello from Florida. That's right. You're the only one in the house. I think it says 3 people. I don't think it's counting me. So I don't know. All right, I'm going to make this little thing right now on my little Cricut Joy. Let's see. It's going to go location. Okay, I got to do this. I got to connect it while you're using the app. I'm doing a little sign for Vi. Oh, it's got to turn on the Bluetooth and do all the stuff. Anyway, oh, am I the only one in the house? Hello from New Jersey. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I love today. Actually, I'm downstairs. This is my craft. If you watch my Saturday happenings, you'll know, look at me. I'm terrible because I'm downstairs and I'm cleaning and organizing. Hey, from Hamilton, Ontario. That's cool. So I have not done a live on YouTube before. This is my first one, and I've mentioned a few times that I wanted to try to do it, and I thought today I'm just jumping in with both feet. I was going to do it over on Facebook because long time ago, I was one of those paparazzi ladies. I sold that paparazzi jewelry, and I used to do the lives on Facebook all the time, and I'm not unfamiliar with that. So I thought, well, that would be kind of cool to do that. I'm trying to get my Joy connected over here. I think I maybe need to close it and open it again. Anyway, I'm trying to do this so that I can make a fun little thing for my neighbor. But anyway, I used to do those paparazzi things all the time. And I thought, why am I afraid to do a YouTube one? So here I am today, and we're doing it. So, all right, now there's 8 people in here, and I'd love to know where you guys are all from, because I think it's cool. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to connect. I think it's going to connect now. Linda, your summertime shrimp salad recipe. Oh, was to die for. My family loves it. Thank you. I am so excited. 100. Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine 100 that kind of temperature. Actually, I grew up in Texas, so I was used to the heat and humidity. But then I have been away from it so long, I haven't had to deal with it. But I don't know that I could deal with the heat. It's incredible. But I'm glad you like that pasta salad. And you know what? I did another thing. There's that, you get those salad kits and it's like a chopped salad. Oh, I need to tell it to go. It's like a chopped salad thing. I don't like the little bits. They're like too small. When I eat a salad, I want pieces. But you know what I did? I got one that was a broccoli chopped salad. And I did some pasta, some shells. And I mixed it all up. And it turned out perfect. So it's like a pasta chopped salad, which I should try. I'll do that. I think there you are. Edmonton, Ontario. Look at that. Doing great. Thank you. Alberta, 117. Oh my God. I don't think I can handle that kind of heat. Like, it would kind of freak me out to have that kind of heat all the time. Yeah, I think yesterday we got to a whopping, I want to say 74. Like when we get up into the 80s, people here say it's too hot. So I was talking to my nephew. Oh my gosh, it's a great idea about the chopped salad. I know it. Just get the chopped salad kit, make the pasta, mix them all together, put them in the fridge. It's perfect. It's the best. And you can get all the different kind of chopped salads. That was a spur of the moment kind of thing because I bought the chopped salad and then I realized I bought two. And one of them was like a kale thing. And they're such tiny pieces. But then I got the broccoli one. I thought, I don't want the little pieces of broccoli. And then I thought, hey, this would be pretty cool. Am I done? I'm done with my thing. I got to show you what I'm making for Vi. You know, Vi, my neighbor. I've talked about her. Anyway, let me show you. This is super cute. She has one of those robot vacuums. So I decided to make this for her. We're going to stick it on her vacuum. I'm supposed to be cleaning my craft room. If you saw my Saturday Happenings video, you'll know that's what I was supposed to be doing. But it's not what I usually end up doing. Here, I'll tip you guys down and you can see what's happening here. So this is one of my little Cricut Joy things. So I'm making her a metallic pink thing to stick across the front of her robot vacuum, which she absolutely loves because she said it's like personal entertainment. So there, I got to move all my stuff. I have so much stuff in my crafty area. Anyway, I'm kind of excited about doing these Saturday lives. Maybe we'll try that. It was just spur of the moment today, but I think it's fun. So let's do it. How do I want to do that? Oh, I want to do that like this. So I'm going to stick this on her vacuum. Notice how I come down here to clean my craft room and it ends up being me not cleaning. That's what happens. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Yep. Didn't it turn out cute? So I'm going to stick this on her vacuum for her. She likes to run it and just gets the biggest kick. So she came to visit me one day and she asked, we were taking her up to Florence for lunch and we had to stop by the house. So she came in, she asked, well, what is that thing? And I said, oh, it's one of those little robot vacuums. And she was like, oh, how does that work? So I showed her and she was just, she was amazed by it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. So she decided to get one. So she got one and I have to kind of walk her through cleaning it. She's afraid to clean it because she's afraid she'll ruin it. That thing's coming up there. Anyway, so now she runs it like every day and just gets the biggest kick out of watching it vacuum her house. So it's kind of fun. So anyway, so I'm kind of excited to start this live because I've been saying I'm going to do it. I've been working on it. It's been in my mind, but I was kind of nervous about doing it. But then I see everybody do it. So it's not that bad of a thing. So I think it's kind of fun. Let me get this little bit. This little piece doesn't want to come off there. There we are. So super cute, huh? It's a little vacuum. And it's named Lisa after her daughter who's a clean freak. Who lives, I think, I want to say in California. That needs to go here. Oh, my little bit came off. So this is what I'm working on. Today I'm just going to do barbecue ribs on the, oh, that's adorable. Love my Cricut. I love my Cricut. I actually got it, and I have a quilt stuff because the maker's supposed to cut fabric. So I have a quilt that I think I showed it on a Saturday one time, but that's a wintertime project. Okay, that's going to stick on her vacuum. Isn't that fun? So now I got to get the transfer tape on there. So, fun stuff. Anyway, there you go. So I hope you guys are all excited about the Mrs. Wages collaboration that is happening starting Monday. There you go. I need to get some transfer tape because that's going to be so much fun. Transfer tape. I think it's just going to be so much fun, that Mrs. Wages collab. And I think there's going to be a whole bunch of, I've got like 4, possibly 5 videos. And then I know the other gals are doing a number of them. So it's going to be cool. I'm excited about it. I love Mrs. Wages stuff. So anyway, it's cool stuff. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me questions about stuff right now since we're hanging out chatting. It's just a little chat time. A little Saturday chat. There we go. You see. Don't see. I have to look up every once in a while. And I got trifocals. I'm excited about this for sure. Oh my gosh. Looking forward to the collab. Yes. Their stuff. So a lot of people have never used it because they feel like it's cheating in a weird way. But it isn't. It's like the best way, especially if you're doing small batches, especially if you don't have time. A friend of mine has severe arthritis and she loves to can. And she likes to use them because it enables her to be able to can without having to do all the chopping and stuff that's really hard on her. So I'm going to move you up. So that's cool. Nebraska. Ooh, where in Nebraska? I know Nebraska. I have aunt and uncle who lived in Sydney. And at one point, we used to live up in the top northeast corner of Colorado, right near Nebraska, in a place called Paxton, Colorado, which is right at the northeast corner of Colorado. But I know all about Nebraska. My sister lived in Lincoln. I lived there for a summer with her one time, and we worked at the Village Inn restaurant. They had opened a new one, and she and I were the first waitresses there. We trained all the waitresses, and it was cool. And actually, we went through Nebraska a long time ago, and we got to stop at that Village Inn restaurant, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, all right, I've got this for Vi now. Now it's got the transfer. I'm going to peel that off and take it up and stick it on her little vacuum. She's going to love it. She loves stuff like that. I like doing stuff for her. But anyway, I love Nebraska. I actually love the Midwest. When Brian and I were driving across the country to go to Connecticut, I really think that the Midwest is pretty. I like looking out across all the prairies and the flat. I think it's pretty. Actually, I think that pretty much every area of our country is pretty. And that makes me think there is a new kind of an amusement park, a theme park. I'm super excited about. It's going to be in, I want to say Veneta, Oklahoma, and it's called American Heartland Theme Park. And supposedly it's going to have a great big like RV park, and that'll be cool. But then it's a theme park. They say it's going to be as big as Disneyland, and you know how Disneyland has the different worlds. Apparently, this is going to have regions like America. Parts. There's going to be like Southwest and then like, New England or something like that. But it's supposed to be done in 2025. And I really want to go there. And I told my nephews, who both live in Oklahoma, that we could do like a big family kind of reunion thing there, which would be real cool. There's my sister's boys. So there you have Lisa with the vacuum cleaner to stick on Vi's little robot vacuum. She's going to love that. Well, as big as Disneyland, I know it. I've never heard of Mrs. Wages, but it must not. You know what? Mrs. Wages, you can get it. It's everywhere. But you can, if you look on my Saturday Happenings video, I think I have a link to her site. If you just go to mrswages.com, you can order their stuff for everywhere. It's amazing. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited about the theme park. I hate the fact that I have trifocals so that I can see, but the top part, like, I don't really need them. So I get to this weird spot where I don't need my glasses. And then I need them. Anyway, so what are you guys, what are your projects today? What's everybody doing? I am supposed to be cleaning my craft room, but now I am playing Cricut. But I have so much stuff to craft, so much fun. But it's like a winter thing for me, crafting. I go outside and do a bunch of stuff outside, but I'm getting my crafty stuff organized because I need to. And I actually have a whole bunch of stuff, still pictures and stuff to go through for my mom and dad. Just so much to do. But now that I'm retired, it's easier to get it done. So, anywho, I need to get out and work in my garden today. I need to go. I got spaghetti squash that are like that big. I've got like 4 or 5 of them. Anyway, so I'm just trying to see comments. I don't know why my comments just are. Oh, there they are. Looking forward to the collab. I need to look for the comments here. Yep. How's the garden doing? My garden is doing great. I have some spaghetti squash that are like that big. I have some acorn squash that are coming up, and that's usually harder for me to grow. I've got spaghetti squash. I've got acorn squash. My celery is just like crazy. I got to go pick some peas. What else do I have? I have to, and I got a question for you guys. So I can see your comments now, but they are over me. So I want to make sure you can see me, or am I behind the comments? Because when I look at it, there we are. I kind of feel like I was behind the comments. Anyway, so yeah, I've got good stuff. My peppers aren't doing great, but we don't get like enough heat really to do those types of things, which is kind of a bummer. So I don't know. I don't have that. But do you guys have veggie gardens? How, you know what? And another thing too, my nephew is in Oklahoma, and last year it got so hot that it just kind of destroyed his garden too. So I was wondering if you guys suffer through that. It's kind of a bummer. I've been organizing my pantry. Oh, I did that. Well, I did a video because I got those little Rubbermaid bins. They're not Rubbermaid, they're Sterilite or whatever. It made a huge difference. And you know what I like about it is I put the newer stuff in those bins. So the other jars are on the shelf, and I know that I have to use those first. Because sometimes when I get all the stuff in my pantry, when I get all the stuff there, then I go in and the jars start getting mixed up together. And then I don't know which one's the newest one. So I liked when I organized it and I put it in those bins, because now I know what's in the bin is the stuff that I want to wait to use until all the other stuff is gone. My hair's getting too long. But I may not cut it. I might just let it grow. I don't know. It's just easier. I'm looking around at my hoarded craft corner. It actually... You know what, though? When I see it, I know what it is. So it doesn't seem as bad, because I know that once I put everything away like this, it will be just fine. So I have to put all those things away. And I got these cool little fabric marking pins for my Cricut, so that when I do fabric, I can mark it. Wait, stick that in there. I have a method to how all this stuff goes. You know. And then I have this thing, which I really love. It's one of those little, it's a thing that you make buttons on. And I like it. I make the little buttons, like when people have something, I'll make little celebration buttons. And that was the thing I said in my Saturday Happenings video, like, well, I didn't say that. I was telling the other girls that. So I knew I was going to retire, and I love to craft. And, you know, when you're retired, you don't have as much money. So I thought, you know, for a couple years before I retired, that I was going to just load up on craft supplies. And so I did it. So I actually probably have some things I may not use, but I'll find a purpose for them. But I got all these buttons because I think they're super fun just to make buttons for people. And I had this out because I was making happy birthday buttons. So now I got to put them back. But I get busy and I don't put things back like I should, when I should, which is a bad idea. But it's okay. I'm going to put these away. Look at that. Half of my desk is cleaned off already. So, anyway. So, I have a question for you guys. You know, I will do off and on. My channel started as canning. Like food preservation only, which is fine. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to put these away. Which is fine. I started it for doing all canning. And the reason I did that was because of all the scary stuff that was out there on YouTube. And it was way back a long time ago when YouTube was kind of new. And I thought, you know, this is something I want to do. But you can only, you can only can so much the same thing over and over. So I kind of ventured out into other things, which is fine. And I like to do cooking. But if there's something that you guys want me to do, like if there's some canning thing or some cooking thing that you want me to try or to show you, what is it? Tell me what it is. I would be happy to try. I'll try anything like that once. I love to, my dad was a foodie. That's where I learned all the goodness of cooking. He would cook like a lot. My dad was a big time. He was always cooking something. Like I was 12 or 13, I was 12. And my dad was teaching me how to cook, how to do escargot, which is not something a normal 12-year-old would do. But I dug it. I thought it was cool. So, anyway, I'm excited about the Mrs. Wages collab. And they are so nice. I called them. I think they're still waiting to see how it turns out because they were like, well, that's cool. But then they sent me a bunch of Mrs. Wages packets so I can give those out as a prize. Kind of yay. That's fun. All right, we're getting there. My desk is almost cleaned off. Now I got to do all my little jewelry stuff. Escargot. I know it. It was so weird. I'm looking. Yeah, escargot. See, I can read it from here about. Yeah, he had the little shells. We did coq au vin too, I think is what they call it. And he had the little flat shells and it had the scallops in it. And we did that. And then the escargot we did. And he even came in like a clear tube was all the like snail shells is what they are. And then there was a little can on the bottom that had the snails in it. And then what you did was you had to stuff the little shells with them. You just need someone to talk to. True. Anyway, you would stuff the little snails in the little shells, and then we put like this garlic butter and herb stuff, and then you would put them in the oven. And he even had the little crimper that would hold the shell. It was kind of cool. But yeah, oftentimes I just need to chat while I'm working. But I'm not working. I'm chatting. Hi from Florida. Crazy hot here. I guess. A couple of people have told me that are on here. There's a couple of you from Florida. And see, you need someone to chat with while you're inside. Because it is cold. I mean, it is hot down there. So you staying inside where the cool air conditioning is. Yeah, it was interesting. My dad did... we did escargot once. I was young. And then we did all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking. I mean, he would barbecue. He did the best brisket ever. Oh my. But he was, he traveled all over the world. And so he liked food. And I think that's where I get it from. Because we travel and I love trying all kinds of different foods and things. And I just think it's fun. And then, your channel already has so much variety. I can't think of anything you haven't done. Oh, I'm a multi-talented woman. No, I think it's just because I can't focus on one thing at a time. That's what Brian says. When I go to tell him something, he'll just tell me like Reader's Digest version. He wants me to cut it down into an easier to manage conversation, I guess. But hey, it's always a good time. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my channel. I just think it's fun to do. It's kind of a side hobby for me that I like. I just like hobbies. What is this? I don't know who these people are. I have no idea who those people are. Huh. Wonder what that's from. I don't even recognize them. Wow. I'm going to have to go back and look through all my ancestry stuff and see if See if I can recognize those. But anyway, oh, and here's another thing that I want to do with my little Cricut. I want to do etching. I did an etched, because you can do a like a stencil with it. Like, you know, you cut the stencil out and then you put the glass etching on there. And I want to make the serving dishes, like the 9x13, the 8x8, the little ones, and it's etched in the bottom, like from the kitchen of like Linda or something. I want to do that. So that'll be my next thing I'm going to do after I get this room organized, because I have the stuff. So what else? What else? I don't know. I just thought I'd come on and chat maybe for a half an hour or so and see how this whole live situation works, because I really feel like I did a video once of making a card, but I think it'd be fun, especially to do maybe a canning thing or maybe a crafty thing and just do it live, and maybe even to do it with the instructions and do it like as a craft along or a sew along or a cook along. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you think that would be fun? I don't know. It might be. It's always fun for me. But I am super excited. I love collaborations, but I don't know. You would love that? Okay. I got to figure out what we could do. Just do like a craft along and just put the stuff. Oh, maybe we could do craft along on like holiday gifts that you could make. What do you think of that? Craft along would be fun. Wisconsin. Nice. I love that you guys are from all over the place. It's cool. I love to travel, so I love to see all the different places. But yeah, maybe I will come up with a whole bunch of craft along would be great. Love the holiday gift. Okay. So I will do, in my mind, I will put together several. I've done videos of crafts before, but what if I come up with some ones that we could do like craft along, and maybe I would have to start those. We're going to be gone for a couple weeks in September, but I could maybe start those when we get back in October and do like one a week for October, November before the holidays. How about that? Then I'll have to start working on that now. Love the holiday. Okay, we'll do it. Now I have all of this. See, I used to be one of those paparazzi ladies. Look at all the jewelry I have. This is just, actually, these are pieces that I either don't like or they, well, I guess some of them are fine. But I need to, probably, I kept some of these just for the beads and stuff. Like that would be a good bead to use. Little chains, I don't know. I used to work, when I worked, I used to have to dress a little fancier, but now I just have all of these, and I kind of just need to sort this out. I don't even remember what that is. Oh, it's just a bead. Anyway, so I got to sort all these things out. Some purple bead earrings. And put some little things together. I guess, I don't know why those are kind of a mess. Oh, there's my scissors. Couldn't even find my scissors. Perfect, yes. Your mason jar snow globe was adorable. Made them for my... Aren't they cute? I do a lot of scrapbook. I made a cookbook for the whole... Oh, I love that. Making a cookbook. That is super cute. I love scrapbooking. In fact, well, that's not true. Not the scrapbooking part. My sister was a huge scrapbooker, and when she passed away, I got all her scrapbooking stuff, and I just wasn't as good as her. And it made me crazy because I would try something and I think, well, that wasn't as good as Lori would have done it. And so it kind of in my head I guess it made me feel like I couldn't do scrapbooking, if that makes sense, because I would always compare what I did to her. She was phenomenal. So what I did was I kept her, I used her stuff because she always said, don't waste my stuff. So there we are. I used it. And then what I did was I started doing card making. And then I started doing rubber stamp card making, and I was one of those Stampin' Up ladies, and I did like some really good cards. I will even admit, and I usually don't toot my own horn, but I made some darn good cards. And I was in like a card, I'm trying to adjust you. Back when it was MSN, remember when they had MSN and they used to have groups, which I guess I would equate to like Facebook groups. And I belonged to sewing one and a paper crafting one and a card making one. And it was fun, and I made some good cards. And so I still have a bunch of paper, and I did donate all of my, I probably had 2,000 rubber stamps when I was a Stampin' Up! Lady. And I donated all those to an organization that does crafting for kind of, oh, they do like underprivileged children, and it's all for kids, and it's all done for like kids groups and supporting kids groups. So I gave them all my rubber stamps because I thought that would be a good place for them to go since I wasn't crafting with them anymore. I do have some left, but I donated them all, and I enjoyed doing the cards tremendously. In fact, sometimes I will make cards. I have to send cards every month, you know, to family, birthday cards and stuff. And oftentimes I'll make them, but not always. But I love to do cards. It's fun. And you can do cards with your Cricuts. Like I have that, but sometimes you can cut the cards and then decorate them with all the paper crafty stuff or the scrapbooking stuff, which is kind of fun. So my scrapbook ancestry line is well, but I love my scrapbook. Oh, that would be cool to do your whole ancestry line. See, that's such a good idea. That's nice. And my sister was huge into genealogy, and she did. I think there was actually a book that one person that she worked with that was in our family did this whole book. I have a book for my dad. I have a book for my mom. That's cool to do that. That would be wonderful. But the cookbook is cool. And I have done that where I started a cookbook of the recipes that you know how I do cooking, but it's hard for me because it's never really a recipe. So I'll write down how to make things, and I'll say, you know, a little bit of that, or like, you know, I try to equate what I'm using to measurements, but it's all tough. I did recipe cards laminated one year for the kids' gift and used photos of the things they did. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. See, I love those ideas, and I love making it personal, like personal for your family. I think that that's really nice. I have thought of doing stuff like that. I did a thing one time for one of the gals I worked with. She did not know how to cook, and she didn't know anything. And I made a bunch of little cards, and I put them on a ring, and they were all the most basic things, and they all used probably 20 ingredients, maybe 20, 25 ingredients. So she always knew what she could get at the store, and then she could come home and just flip through it and make a whole bunch of different recipes. So that's kind of the same thing, but it was a good gift for her. She relied on that for a long time. Like she would go home and she'd say, okay, I have all these and I can make this 5 ingredient thing. And so I had compiled little recipes for her. So that was kind of fun. I love cooking. I like being in the kitchen for pretty much anything except for cleaning. But my kitchen's clean. Has to be clean or I won't cook in it. So, and that's the thing. You know, I used to be at work and I feel bad because you read all these things about what people do in their kitchens. And when I was at work at the holidays, people would bring all kinds of stuff. And we were like, I don't know if I want to eat that. But usually it was just cookies and stuff. But I was always scoping it out. And I would say to people, do you know them? Like, do you know their kitchen? They're so bad. But yeah, it's a good idea. It's fun to do a little, that's a nice thing for a young mom to do kid-friendly recipes because they're busy and they want stuff that's quick and easy. It's a good idea to do for someone going away to college. And I think I got that idea because I bought a cookbook one time and it was for like a single guy going to college or something. I think I probably thought about it for our son. But it's called A Man, a Can, and a Plan. And it was like from Campbell's or something. But it was recipes that would just be like a can of beans and hot dogs and whatever, and you can make something. So I kind of got that idea. So it was kind of fun. But anywho, all right, you guys, we've been chatting for about a half an hour. This is just a test to see how we like it. And now I know that there would be some crafting potential, some excitement to do craft alongs and live crafting stuff. So I guess when this posts, I don't even know how that works, but when this posts on my channel, if you're watching this after the fact, go into the comments and write down things that you would like to see done as a live like this. So I can get some ideas because this is kind of fun. And I wouldn't probably be in my craft dungeon, which is downstairs. I would probably do my things upstairs in my sewing room where there's a lot more light. Lighting is better, and it would just be better. But at least this way I can put together a plan, and we can do that. And maybe we'll even do a can along or a cook along. But check it out. You got to watch the Mrs. Wages. I was talking to the gals today, and there's so many good recipes. I can't wait for this collaboration. It's going to be so good. So anyway, that's it for me for my very first official live kind of test chat. So thanks for checking in with me, and I look forward to doing more of these and doing more fun crafty things. But I got to get busy and organize this room. Talk to you guys later.